Hello, today we're going to start unboxing a new tablet from Samsung called Galaxy uh, Tab A. It's not a new tablet, but it's a new tablet for me. Um, Tab A, 10.1 inch. It's it's got 16 gigabytes of storage. I believe it has 2 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, 2 gigabytes of RAM, 10.1 display, 1920 by 1200 resolution, which is not shabby at all. And it's got full HD 1080 playback and full HD recording, 1080, and it's got 8 megapixel rear camera, I'm sorry, and 2 megapixel front camera, which is a lot better than a lot of other tablets. And it's got GPS, and it's got a bunch of other stuff. It's got 7300 mAh battery, which they claim lasts about 13 hours, which we'll see. And that's about it. I think that's pretty much it. Some of them are advertised with the S Pen from Samsung, but this model, I don't think it comes with S Pen. It just came as is. So anyway, so this is what it looks like. The box looks like on the back. Let's go ahead and open it up. Let's use my trusty pen here to do a little bit of prying, or use my fingers if it doesn't work. So there's a little bit of piece of tape that needs to be see, I have to go through all these difficulties to open a stupid box. That's okay, actually, not too bad. Okay, so we open the box and we pull it out, and it looks something like this. When you pull it out, you know, typical device in the box. Now, is that new or different than anything else? You know, nice little protective cover, which never hurts. So I'm going to take it out. That's the tablet itself. It feels, it's a little bit on the thick side, not super thin. It feels, it's not too heavy, but it's a little bit, it's certainly not light. I mean, I would definitely put it in the kind of a nice category considering the size of this thing. You can see it's a pretty large tablet. In terms of size, it's a 10.1 inch display. So let's put it aside for a minute. And so the rest of the box looks like this. You've got, what do we have here? We've got a little quick start guide. And I like how they put QR codes on there. Let's see if the thing will scan actually. So I'm going to jump into my phone and see if I can scan this thing. And it doesn't scan. Okay. Let's try a different scanning app maybe. See if that works. And that just shows text. Just shows text with some text on it. So basically, it's the little QR code on this little piece of paper here is this shows the name of the product. So we tear it off and take it off like that, and we've got quick start guide. As you can see, it's pretty simple. Galaxy Tab A. So we open it up, and we've got. So let's get the tablet open first. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. Trying to figure out how to do this so I don't ruin it. So it's nice that they have a little protective thing on it, and I'm also ordered the case, but it's kind of semi-glued, and so it's easy to open and then close it back up again if you wanted to store it that way. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of flimsy, but at the same time cool. So there's the shiny tablet right there. You can see me in the tablet and me in the tablet right there. And so that's the front of it. And then the back of it looks like this. And in the typical Samsung fashion, we have the camera at the top, and we have the, looks like flashlight. I'm assuming that's what that is. And then it says model SM-T580 for this particular model, Samsung. And then on the bottom, it doesn't have anything else. So on this, so that's the back and the front. It's got nice groovy edges, so you can't hurt yourself. Although throwing this in somebody's face would definitely be not pleasant. On the sides, we got several different things. So on this side here, on the right side, we've got it looks like a micro SD card opening. Little flimsy unit there. Kind of goes down, and as you can see right there, there is a slot for micro SD card. And I think you can upgrade this to up to 256 megabytes. I'm sorry, gigabytes, which is pretty nice. And then you have the rocker here for the volume, and then you have the power switch to turn it on, turn it off. So basically, that's shown on the right side. On the left side, you've got nothing. There's nothing of any kind there. Then on the bottom, looks like speakers. Those little silver units look like, I think they're speakers. And then at the very top, you have the, I believe it's a micro USB slot, but I'm not 100% positive. No, it looks like micro USB. I thought it was maybe the USB-C thing, but it's not. It's micro USB, and looks like a headphone jack. So, you know, standard kind of stuff that most things have been done so far today. So nothing extra fancy, but it does have SD card slot. And then on the front here, you have the actual button for home button. Most of the Samsung stuff is like that. And then you have the actual back and the applications button. They're not buttons. They're just, you know, they're whatever they call them, soft buttons on the actual display itself. So you have only basically have a single button that you actually push. And that's pretty much it. I mean, like I said, you can't hold it in one hand. I mean, I can right there. I am. But at the same time, it's not something that you're going to want to be doing for more than a few seconds, because it's just, you know, it's pretty wide, and in terms of weight and everything, it's just going to get kind of old pretty quick. So in terms of the size of this display, to show something, watch a movie or something, it's gorgeous. So it's very nice. So let's go back to the start guide, and it says we got the power lock at the top, volume button, micro SD slot. So right there, just like I showed you, right there. And then on the bottom, we have home, recent, and back, like we just talked about that. Okay, and then it says charge the battery before turning the tablet. Charge it fully. Your tablet comes with charger and USB cable. So looking here, I'm gonna plug it in. We're still gonna mess with it, but let's go ahead and turn it on anyway. And there's a little booklet here that says step up your game. And they talk about Samsung Level On Pro, Samsung book cover, smart simulator, troubleshooting active quality guide. So basically just kind of helpful instruction in terms of what you can do and some of the accessories you can get and things like that. Looks like that, yeah. So that's for, and how to get their support and stuff. Pretty cool. You can buy some stuff. So anyway, so that's that. Then in the manual itself, it's got, you know, charge it first, install optional micro SD card, which we're not going to do, but that's pretty simple how to do that. Turn device on and off. Press and hold power lock. Turn it off. Okay. Initial device configuration, language start, lock and unlock your device, connecting to Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. You know, pretty standard stuff. Connecting to Bluetooth, connecting to Wi-Fi, adding users. You can have multiple users in this thing. Kind of like on Chromebooks, similar kind of approach. But I had other tablets from Samsung, and they had the same thing. How you can change wallpaper and widgets, Gmail, email accounts, download apps through Google Play Store. So that's standard. So you can just get whatever you normally get on Android. Camera and video, gallery, blah, blah, blah. Internet, Chrome, navigation, back to, okay, so basically nothing really. And you have health and safety, something that everybody looks at and throws away in the garbage as soon as they look at it. And then you have the power cord and the power, the plug-in, and, you know, pretty standard, just like my Galaxy S7 has that too on my phone. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of, open it up real quick here in a second. Okay, here we go. So cord is not too lengthy, but, you know, good enough. Usual standard deal. And so you got USB on the side, and we plug in the power, and then plug in the tablet. using micro USB. So the nice thing about that is you can use your phone. If your phone uses micro USB for charging, and you can use your phone to do that. That's basically all there is. I don't believe there's anything else in this box. I hope maybe they would have the S Pen, but because they have a lot of S with S Pen, but not on this guy. This model, that's probably why they're selling it about $50 cheaper than normal, is because, and I got it at Best Buy for $179.99, so it's under $200 tablet. Okay, and considering it's 1900 by 1200 resolution, I mean, it's pretty cool. So anyway, so I'm not going to charge it right now. I'll just turn it on and see what's going on. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on right here on the side, and there it comes up. I'll show you what it's doing here. So we've got the usual plug-in Samsung, kind of like my phone, and kind of flashes with color, and then it says Android is starting, and then it comes up with the welcome screen. So I'm going to click on English United States, click on Start. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here a little bit, and add network. So it says scanning for Wi-Fi. I'm going to hook up to my Wi-Fi, and I'm going to put in my password, if I remember it. Keyboard is nice, pretty easy to type. It's got a little haptic response deal, which is pretty nice, feels pretty good. And the touching is pretty responsive too. I mean, it feels really good when you touch it. So now I'm connected. I'm going to click on next and see what happens here. Then it says agree to all. Yeah, I agree to everything. And then it says checking for updates, checking info. Okay, it's a sign in. So I'm going to sign in. I'm going to sign in with my email account. Click next. Forgot password. No, forget password. Click password. Okay, my phone says trying to sign on with a new device. Yes. So I'm telling you to go ahead and sign on with this device. It says by signing in you agree, I accept. And now it's checking info again. And it gives me automatically backup device, use Google's location, improve location accuracy, help improve. Yeah, we'll just click on next. That's fine. And then it says just a sec. See, it's very polite. Don't restore, set up device without apps and data. Restore data from these features. Last use today. Let's see, I'm just trying to figure out if I want to restore anything or not. Sure, let's restore from my phone. It says restore 57 apps. I'm going to say go ahead and restore them. And so it's going to go ahead and do its thing, I'm assuming. It wants me to put in a pin or a pattern. So I'm going to put in a pin. It says okay. And done. And then it goes and says it's restoring, doing its thing. So essentially, so far, certainly feels nice. Display looks very nice. I mean, you can't tell it by looking at just there, but I mean, it is a very bright display and very sharp display. So that's nice. Battery looks like it's about 60%. Probably should have charged it, but it's okay. Now it's doing its restore thingy. Not a thingy, but restore. Okay. So while it's doing it, basically, I bought the thing because I need something to run my Mira system, my digital signage thing, system, not thing, and it was written to run on 1200 by 800 resolution tablets. And see now it's saying completing setup, and I just looked. I installed one of the client locations, so I gave him my tablet, and that was a also 10.1 inch from some Taiwanese company, and that was a $120 tablet. So this one is 180, so a little bit more expensive, but resolution is significantly higher. And I might up my software to use something like this, and then you can Chromecast it to big screen TV, which I'm sure will look even nicer when you're using high resolution. So this is the main reason I bought it. Okay, get the most of your Galaxy from Samsung account. I'm going to go ahead right now and skip it because I already have an account. And we're just going to skip for right now so it doesn't load a bunch of stuff. And then it says, yeah, it's fine. And so then I just finished. So as you can see, it takes a few minutes to set up. If you have some other device that you used before, especially if it's a Galaxy device, even if it's a phone, it just goes ahead and grabs whatever it can from there. But then it comes up with this, nice looking display right there. You can see it's pretty sharp, pretty nice. And the navigation is, if you can see, just see if I can get it closer here. So it's a little bit easier to see for you. A couple of screens, you can see it's pretty fluid. I mean, in terms of moving it, let me see here. If I go to, let's say, pull up Chrome, as you can see, it almost instantly comes up with the screen, and I'm going to go ahead and sign in as me, and immediately kind of gives me the old Black Friday stuff and different special things that are going on. Scrolling through the web pages is, look and see, it scrolls just fine. If I click on any of these things, click on Shop Now, it's not doing anything. Okay, maybe because it's still setting up. Okay, here we go. And this one's it. So there is, clicked on one of the pages like that. If we go to something that's a Samsung, let's go to something that's not Samsung. Let's go to like Fox News or something and see how quickly it comes up. And you can see there it is. There's Mr. Sex offender refusing to resign, it says, and the rest of the wonderful news in the country. Yeah, so it's, it seems like it's pretty quick. In terms of looking at videos, let's jump back again and let's see if we can pull up a video. Let's go to YouTube. And okay, so there's YouTube. Let's place some of the stuff by the Beatles here real quick. See how that sounds. All right, that's a decent job there. But of course, Sound is pretty decent. A little bit, obviously, it's not great because of the because it's an old recording and stuff. So let's bring up something a little more modern, like this, and see how that works. So basically, I would say that the sound is not bad at all. The for considering that it's a tablet, that you don't have major bass and everything like that with speakers, it's pretty nice, pretty nice. That was a live recording. Let's look at the studio recording of the same gentleman and see how that sounds. This is max volume.
Январских снегах замерзают на следы на белых дорогах.
Yeah, so when they get going full speed, full volume, it definitely, you want to go down a little bit. Yeah, so basically, let's stop this guy. So, I would say that the sound is listenable, but it's certainly not any kind of hi-fi or anything like that, mostly because of the bass. Bass is just not there the way it needs to be. So you have the highs, you have a little bit of the medium range, but you certainly have very little bass, in response to that. So, it's not something you want to use to listen to hi-fi audio. But at the same time, it's not worse than a bunch of other stuff. Certainly not too bad in terms of sound. Video seems to play pretty fluidly. No problems there. Nothing skipping, nothing pausing. It seems to be going fine. And I can see from the tablet, it's it says installed 24 out of 57 apps. So it's still, we were looking at this thing while it was doing all this other stuff it was doing. So it seems like it's multitasking pretty nicely. Display is certainly sharp. I mean, if we go to, see where we can go to Google. Let's go to MoMA. Look at some MoMA stuff. So if we go to MoMA and we see some high-res color stuff, let's see how it looks. I mean, it's nice. I mean, it's nice. Sharp colors, sharp text. It's pretty nice. Let's see if I can bring up something a little bit bigger. There's a blue umbrella there. It looks very nice. So, bottom line is, the resolution is nice. It's fast. And seems like a very nice tablet. So I'll finish with that. Again, it's $179. At Best Buy right now, it's a Galaxy Tab A 10.1 inch. Comes in black. I believe they also have a white version too. I bought the black version, so black version looks like that. And I think it's a pretty nice. If you're looking for a tablet, for Android tablet, you're not looking for necessarily something that's, you know, beginner level, like very tiny, very inexpensive. I mean, if you're looking for the cheapest you can possibly get, you can certainly go for one of the Android-like. It's not exactly Android, but it's close. From Amazon, you can get one of their Fire tablets, and the sizes doesn't is irrelevant. You can get, you know, 7-inch version for under $50. On sale, they're probably going to be selling them for like 40. So you can get it very, very cheaply. If you're just looking to get a tablet you can fit in your hands and stuff like that. If you're looking for a bigger size, you can get an 8-inch tablet from them for about, I think it retails for 80, probably be on sale for like 70 or 60. And then they also have a 10.1 inch, which I think runs for, I believe it's like 150. No, I think it's like 130, and they might have it on sale for, you know, closer to 100, something like that, probably $100 or so. So you can certainly get, it's the same size as this one. That one is definitely heavier than this one, and it's running, you know, Fire OS, which is Android work-alike, but not exactly Android. So they have their own store, and they have their own apps, you know, very similar, but a little bit different, not exactly the same. So if you need plain vanilla Android, then, you know, Fire stuff is not going to be for you if you require it. Like in my case, I need to be able to run Dolphin browser because it doesn't show that top part of the screen. So I can go in a mode where it doesn't show the browser omnibar and everything. And unfortunately, the way the application works, that's the only browser so far they've located, mobile browser that does that the way I want it to work. So I couldn't get Fire OS one because of that. Plus, they said that Samsung is a lot more reliable. So it's certainly cheaper than this one, but if you wanted to get something of this size and fairly inexpensive, reasonably speaking, but high resolution, things like that, then this is a pretty nice choice. Yeah, Galaxy Tab A. That's it. Thank you for watching, and have happy holidays. And if you have any questions, you know where to find me. Thanks.